I still got a ton of stuff to do. I've got a ton of clothes to put away upstairs and the kitchen to clean. And basically, the house is discombobulated, but I'm bored. I'm tired and I've had it. So, anyway, so how's everybody? I hope everybody's doing good. I'm just hanging out. I put together a list for my baking for Christmas and stuff like that. Was gonna watch Werewolf by Night or whatever that thing is called. To be honest, it looks like it's probably gonna be my favorite Marvel thing. And you guys know I don't watch Marvel. I hate Marvel. But this looks like an old Universal monster movie. Hey Dave, how you doing? So I'm probably gonna watch it. Finish watching it. But anyway, it's been one of those days. Just tired. I don't know why either. Harvested all the stuff out of the garden finally. So I've got two little eggplants that I don't know what I'm gonna do with yet, but they're sitting there waving at me. Purple carrots. I grew purple carrots. They're pretty good too, let me tell you. And tomatoes and stuff like that. So, it was okay. My first vegetable garden. Some was good, some was not so good. I gotta do more research. Anyway, so let's see. The rumor is still, according to Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant, that the Acolyte's still going to go film. She's adding more technical people. Now, I could wake up in the middle of the night and see that she added a director. Okay, or she might direct it herself. So far, all she's got is a little bit of a cast and production design, camera, electrical. She's got a safety dude and stuff like that. That's it. I mean, that's all. I mean, it. Okay, Leslie, whatever you say. And nothing about Kennedy. Nothing. It is quiet as a tomb on that. Hey, Jonathan, how you doing? So, I don't know what to think. I mean, what day is today? It's the 10th of October. I mean, it's just after Matt Bellamy's freak out, I mean, just absolute bashing of her, Nikki Fink style, even though he was complaining about Nikki Fink in one of his columns. It was pretty interesting to me seeing that. Now it's quiet. Now, usually when Bellany says something, his take usually precedes an announcement or something. So who knows? We've got Andor, episode 6 coming on Wednesday. Yeah, I think so too. But see, my take is, when you hear the idiots from the Phantom Menace going, "You said she was gonna be fired." No, I never said that. No one said that. No one said that. They're not going to fire her. I wish they would, but they're not. Too bad for us. It'd be kind of funny watching her walk out with her box of shit with, security personnel surrounding her. But no, it's going to be an announced retirement. And just like last year, wasn't it last year around this time they announced the retirement of the PR lady? And then she kind of left like in December. You know, there should be a lag because there has to be a transition period. And I know Mike, the Mexican Iron Man, agrees with me on that. This is corporate. The new person has to look at the place themselves, himself or herself, themselves meaning, look at them over there, like two or more people. They have to have a transition from her to him. All right. And I think that transition's been going a long time. Okay. What in the world? All right. Well, look, I feel sorry for her in a way. Okay. She's not a strong woman. She's not. I don't care what anyone says. She's not. She's more worried about what other people think of her than doing her job. And a lot of women are like that. In fact, most women I know are like that. Okay. So, of what? The PR person? Okay. So, we get an announcement. She's retiring after Indy 5 drops. Now WDW Pro, whom I love, said that he doesn't think the announcement is going to come till after Indy 5 leaves theaters. I'm like, no, no, thanks, Dave. No, why? Look, if you've got someone ready to take the reins and they want to get going, why would you keep her around longer than necessary? Why does she need to be there through the entire theatrical run of Indy 5? If it's a good movie, it could be there till, I mean, Maverick is still out. All right? So no. Okay. She, I think JPEG needs to understand that the quicker Crazy's gone, the happier the rest of us are. Okay, and that's just it. Hey, Cross Element. So I'm thinking we'll hear a word about it. Hey, SB, how you doing? Oh, Maze. Maze. I can't. I'm not used to that. How you doing, man? So we're just sitting here going, okay, whatever. We haven't heard anything more about Indy 5 trailer drop. Dave, that's Mazerus, actually. He changed his name. We haven't really heard anything about Indy 5 dropping. For a while. I mean, like a trailer dropping. And really, that's it. Now, I do know why Bill Murray's, that movie he was making that got quit. Hey, Vader Fanatic, that they stopped making because of, was it Kiki Palmer was bitching about something? Apparently, I'm not going to get into it. Because I belong to Puck, I got a subscription to Puck. Matt Bellany got the whole story as much as he could get, and he basically said that it looked like Bill was messing with this girl he thought was flirting with him, etc. Well, yes, but Jonathan, with her anniversary, her 10th anniversary coming, it would almost make more sense to do it then. Just because 31st of Halloween is the day she took over, is the day that is the day that she took over Lucasfilm after Disney bought it from George. So I would say that is a big deal. Okay, that is a date that just keeps coming up. They've been very quiet, both her husband and her. Not that she ever says anything anyway. The funny thing about it is, and this is really kind of funny, he was retweeting something about getting Knives Out to theaters and getting this movie seen in the theaters. I'm like, look, if it was Steven Spielberg, if it was Martin Scorsese or Francis Ford Coppola, George Lucas, Robert Zemeckis, Peter Weir, Sam Raimi, any of those guys, I'd be like, yeah, I'll sign up for that. But it's Rian effing Johnson. So, no, I won't. All right. I almost sent him a picture of Rian Johnson holding up the little sticker, "Your Snoke theory sucks," and saying, I can't support someone that's unprofessional. I'm sorry. All right. Anyway, like I said, I'm not gonna be on very long. I just I wanted to get some stuff done with you guys, and I haven't done it. There hasn't been a reason for an upload. No real Star Wars news, nothing to really talk about. Didn't really feel like talking about the lore. I do think that Star Wars Holocron person on Twitter does troll people with the sequels. I do that. But really, there's nothing else. There's nothing going on. I mean, it's kind of. I think it's almost like the calm before the storm. Even the shells are like putting stuff out that no one cares about, just to get it out there. There was a glitch in the Matrix. Saturday, I'm scrolling through this, and Star Wars Theory and us had been demonetized, and then some other people were, and it looked to me like it was a concerted effort by somebody, but it wasn't. It was a glitch on YouTube. But I want to tell you guys something. If you see something like that, and it was all over. Okay, it's like it didn't matter what the channel was. It was whatever. Okay. Yes, please hit the like button. I appreciate that. It really is something to look at. I don't know what they were doing at Twitter, but if you see the dashboard's changed a little bit, I think they're trying to update it and make it look cool. Everyone says, oh, you should upload all of your videos to Rumble. Yeah, of course I'm going to keep watching it. Hey, Carla, I don't have any reason not to. I mean, I'm going to watch it. There are a couple of things I do like about it, but this last episode, I'm like, I can't do the woke shit. I can't. I mean, look, it's like this. When you've got, was it Warner Brothers backing off making Velma gay? All right, that because all the fans went, okay, that's how you stop woke. When you get a company, and head of a company that wants to make money, and they're like, no, we're not going to do that. The fans don't like it. That's how you stop it. It doesn't seem to work yet at Lucasfilm, but I think it will. There's a real push and pull right now, and there's still a lot of crap out there. But when I look at everything as it is, I see victories. Okay, I see normal things winning. How's that? Is that a good way to see? So, but I'm not one of those people that, I'm not going to sit there glued to the television and cry about Russia and Ukraine. I think Zelensky's as bad as Putin. Okay. I don't like the rhetoric that our idiot president is putting out there. I really don't want to see nuclear holocaust happen. I don't think Ukraine and Zelensky's worth it. Okay. But, at this point, there's nothing we can do about it except for vote in November. But I'm like, no, I'm not going to let that get me down. And I don't think anybody should let it get you down. You should be concerned. But remember that things change. Okay, things, often, people are saying, when you've got idiots, at Lucasfilm, like Pablo saying, well, things have to change. There is good change and there is shit. And he wanted shit, right? There's a difference. Okay, so, the world is in a state of flux and the economy is. And Disney's, I don't think their fourth quarter earnings is going to, we'll get those earnings reports real fast. But, you shouldn't dwell on things you can't help. Okay. That's not what I do. I mean, people, I get looked at like, oh, well, Kathleen Kennedy, she's the most powerful woman in Hollywood. No, she's not. She never was. The Empress has no clothes. It's like this. J.J. Abrams, the two people running Lord of the Rings of Power are J.J. Abrams acolytes. Now, there are people who like it. Fine. There are people who don't. And it seems to me J.J. Abrams has sort of covered Hollywood with a confetti of bullshit. Okay. And I understand why people who are Rings fans and Tolkien fans hate it. And I don't blame them. I understand why there are people who like it. I'm just standing back going, hey, there's a major league reason why this might not be working as well, and it's the fact that the two people writing and the showrunners, if you look at their resumes, this is the first thing they have ever gotten done. Everything else has never left development hell. All right, it's the truth, and it's something to think about. But the guild has come off the J.J. Abrams thing. And it's going to be very interesting going forward where all of this ends up. But I don't think that he's ever going to touch another big franchise again. That's my opinion. Because he is horrible. He's just, and if you look at him, he's a phony. Yeah, and Dave is right. But they came from a place that has done nothing but wreak havoc on, let's see, Star Trek, Star Wars, and then Zaslav came in and stopped him at Marvel. He's not going to, Abrams' contract, that big $500 million one that he had, it was a first look contract, so it wasn't even, and, Zaslav was like, that's fine, JJ, that's fine. Okay. So anyway, we got that, and, that's it. There's really nothing going on. I mean, Andor's going to come out Wednesday night, and I'm going to sit and I'm going to watch it. When Chris Gore says, I can't believe it's taken him this long to get to this point. You could have had 2 episodes out of these 5. Okay. There were things in all of them that are like, this isn't Star Wars. And, my thing is, we made it for grown-ups. Which grown-ups was that? The only place you get any references to what it's really all about is in Luthen Rawls' shop. It says, beautiful badass. I got it at Dunham's Sports. We went out shooting and I saw this. I thought, I want it, so I got it. But anyway, it's beyond time. Here's the deal. They have not said what the ratings were for this. Samba TV has not come out and talked about it, or knowing that would look at that has come out and talked about it. And I really don't think it's doing very well. I mean, if it was, Disney would try to be proactive on this, and they haven't been. I mean, they are like, so that says something about what's going on and how they feel about all of this. I've heard mixed reviews about House of Dragon. I don't like Game of Thrones. I think it's too violent. And I gotta say, the woman now that's heading the queen or whatever she is, have you seen her in real life? She looks like my nephew. And she goes by they. And I'm like, hey, guess what? They, that's actually the old Norse word for him. So you're telling everybody you're a guy? Okay, I mean, she's really fucking weird. Yellowstone is fantastic. I highly recommend it. 1883 is fantastic, and 1923 is going to be a freaking awesome show. The cast is amazing. I mean, Helen Mirren, Harrison Ford is playing a sheriff in it. He's not playing a Dutton. I wish he was. That'd be cool. But this is gonna be it's gonna be a good show. I can't. He's playing like the Sam Elliott character. I can't think of her name right now. No, not from Game of Thrones, from House of Dragon. She's the old. I think she might be the older version of the other weirdo. They look like blonde, blue-eyed Asian girls. They do. I mean, that's what they look like. I mean, what do you want? And it's like, nah. You know, I don't like her at all. You know, and I gotta tell you, man, a lot of times these people come out and they start saying shit, and that's a turn off for the audience. Okay. I think Fiona Shaw turned off the audience. I think Tony Gilroy turned off the audience for Andor. The chick that's playing Dedra, shut the fuck up. You're not a girl boss. Emma Darcy, yeah. She's got a high and tight haircut and a round head. And she's just weird looking. I mean, she looks like a 12-year-old boy. And what I find hilarious is that she's a girl, obviously, but she doesn't believe that. So she goes and says, well, I think I play a woman really well. That's because, bitch, you are one. You're an XX chromosome. I'm sorry. Tell God you're upset. Ugh, idiot. You know, so it's just, I don't get it. I don't, you know, but I think we're right now in a state of transition, I think, for at least Lucasfilm. And thank you. 5 more what? Oh, 5 more. What, days? I don't know what you're talking about, Kyle. So, you know, we've got, I think we're in a state of transition. But also I sense that in Hollywood itself and the entertainment industry. You know, they've tried to cancel Kanye West. When you read what he said, it's like, he didn't say anything wrong. It's kind of like Gina Carano. So that'll blow up in their faces, just like, you know, Gina didn't necessarily blow up in their faces. They kind of got what they wanted. You know, the girl doesn't actually have to be in movies. I mean, her parents are loaded, so it's like, whatever. So really, you know, but I think Kanye is going to blow up in their faces. So, but I'm like, you know, we're in a state of transition. The economy, I mean, we looked at our financials a week ago. Fuck Joe Biden. That's all I'm going to say. All right. I'm like, anyway, it's just, you know, like, whatever. So it's kind of a weird, kind of quiet place right now. Tomorrow morning, I'll wake up, look at the news and go, holy shit. You know, like Peter Rice, I'm putting my makeup on, I look at my phone and go, they fired Peter Rice. And I spread it everywhere. And that's how it happens. These things. And the thing about it is we don't see, Disney and Warner Brothers are so different. Disney does everything undercover. They don't want the PR. Okay. But Warner Brothers is like, they're gonna have a bunch of layoffs tomorrow, this week. A ton, you know? And it's gonna be ugly. All right. I'm gonna be on for 5 more minutes. So we're gonna see a lot. I mean, there's movement at Warner Brothers. We have yet to see any in the trades at Disney, but it doesn't mean it's not gonna happen. Because the more quiet they are, the more I feel like something major is going on behind the scenes. They dropped, oh, by the way, JPEG got a 3-year extension on his contract, out of the blue. So there's that. You know, it that's how it's gonna happen. But we just gotta be patient and go, whatever. And again, I'm gonna say this because I had a troll on here. He's got a channel, he hasn't done anything with it, complaining about J.J. Abrams, yelling at me about liking some of Andor. I'm like, you know what? You have all the intelligence and nuance of a moth, okay? I mean, one thing does not make something bad, okay? And there is some, again, Stellan Skarsgård, Genevieve O'Reilly, all right, they're great. Everybody else, I mean, I'm sorry. The fired security officer examining a Captain Crunch. What the fuck? I'm like watching this going, it just boggles my mind that they would think that's good storytelling. And of course, the woman playing his mother actually played Cleopatra's servant in Rome. Okay? So she was annoying in that. Purposely, I think, by the way, that's what the director and writers wanted. So, and now she's annoying here. Okay? It's just, look, I'm going to say this, Andor is a very weird show. It's weird. It is not straightforward. It is fucking weird. Okay, guys? And that's the thing that we have to remember when we're watching this. We're not watching something that is powerful and deliberate and beautiful. We're watching something that makes you go, what? Okay? And that's the truth. I mean, it's going to make you go, and when it gets to good storytelling for 5 minutes, and then it goes back to, it's it's too quiet, and the characters are just, why do I care about these people? I don't, like Mon Mothma's husband, Perrin. I don't think that he's a villain. I think he's an antagonist. I think he's a good time boy who wants to be popular and liked by all of the popular people. And that's where he's butting heads with her. But I didn't need to see that. That's not what I want. It's interesting to see it. If they would concentrate more on that, then, the two lesbos and, the dwarf Maoist and the other guys, okay, and Andor, who cares, okay? If they're successful, all I can hope is they all die except for Andor, okay? Because we know he doesn't. So if they all die, I'll be like, anyway. I gotta go pretty soon. Does anybody have any? Oh yeah, and don't forget my fundraiser. I did not put a link in here because I forgot it again. Every little bit counts. Okay, so I didn't put a link in the description because I forgot it, but it's there. I will put one in a pin note in the chat or the comments later when I'm done here. But I gotta go because I gotta finish putting clothes away. And yeah, thanks everybody for showing up. Maze, I've missed you. And I'm tired, man. I just, I'm tired. Oh, and so Friday I went out to go do some stuff. It's weird, what, Carla? I went out to go do some stuff and put gas in my car, and the car wouldn't start. Hubby had to come and jump it, and now we think it's the alternator. Well, it's 2014, so we'll see. Bad alternator, bad battery. Okay, it's gonna be expensive, but nothing else we can do. Anyway, so I gotta go. I'll talk to y'all later. Hopefully, I'll come up with an idea for an upload tomorrow. But I wanted to touch base and say I haven't forgotten any of you. And I'll be around. You'll see me in Midnight's Edge chat, Midnight's Edge radio, Midnight's Edge After Dark, Valiant Renegade, and talking. In fact, go check his channel out because yesterday they were talking about the box office. Worst box office in 25 years. All right, I'll see you guys around the galaxy. Behave, be safe.